What's going on, guys? It's Adonis. Now, the past 5 hours I was asleep, this dropped, and I am really hype about this. I woke up, my inbox on YouTube was on fire. Like, you guys blew me up about this. So, I'm just up right now. I just got up doing this before I go to work. Let's talk about this because this could be a potential troll, but I'm still hype about it. So, let's talk about it. Now, if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball Super, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you have notifications turned on so you don't miss any future content. All right, guys, so let's just talk about some of the things that we're looking at right now. So obviously people are freaking out because this is something that we haven't seen. We haven't seen a front shot of this quote unquote, new form, new transformation, whatever you want to call it. And right now, some of the things that really stand out to me, the obvious stuff, aura in the hair. Let's talk about those things first. So we got this bluish aura. It's reminiscent to a Super Saiyan Blue aura, but it's not as kind of crazy. It's more like it's steamy. It's more like it's coming off of his body. Then we have his hair itself. So it's almost like his traditional hair. Obviously, we see a little bit more things going on. Not to mention this kind of white accent thing going on. So this could be a couple of things. One, lighting is everything when it comes to images. So it could be that his aura is lighting his hair, so we have highlights on the underside as well. Or it could be that this white is tied into the actual hair design itself, where it's a part of the actual hair design. So these things are still yet to be seen. We have seen some of it, some of these kind of same highlights in the Goku's back photo that Toei released a couple weeks ago. So that's really interesting. Now the other thing is Goku's eyes. So we haven't seen, the only time we've seen Goku or any of the Saiyan forms with a pupil in the actual color is Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan God, where there's a pupil inside of like the green of the actual eye. So really interesting to see this again. We haven't seen it in Super Saiyan Blue, but we have it in this form. So not sure exactly what that means, but it's really interesting to see that we have another pupil. So that's really cool. So how does this make sense? How is this something that is solidified as Goku's new form? So I have the translation that Herms did for us. I'm gonna read that off of my device here. So this is what Herms did the translation on. He said, a certain transformation appears in the latest visual. Finally, a visual where Goku faces forward, his eyes shine silver, and wears a stern expression. So the main thing that I've seen in the translation that stood out to me is a certain transformation appears. So this could be a couple of things, right? Transformation could be interpreted a couple of different ways. Does that mean that's the new form? If so, why didn't they just say the new form? So that's what I'm saying. This could be a troll where they're saying that this is the new transformation, but really it just means that it's the transformation sequence. And that's kind of where I'm leading at the moment, and I'll explain why. So if we look back at the chocolate Goku leak, where there's this chocolate bar that Goku is a chocolate bar, and in the back there's Goku with red hair, but it's almost in a Super Saiyan-esque type of hairstyle, and it's red. So at the time, that's really what people were assuming that the new hairstyle colorway was going to be. Now, with that said, we don't really know if that is a misprint. We don't know if that is Super Saiyan Rose. It could be Goku Black. We don't know if that is Goku in a Kaioken state where his hair just looks red because of the aura. Still a lot of questions because that photo wasn't like super high def, right? It seemed like it was taken on a really cheap smartphone. But on this is obviously contradictory to that hairstyle colorway, right? So this is very similar to Goku's traditional hair, similar, not the same, but it's black, obviously. Now, the reason why I think personally it is a mid-transformation is a couple of things. If you look at his hairstyle here versus the look at Goku's back photo, the hair is standing up differently in both photos. So in this photos, we have his hair is kind of in the process of standing up versus the other one where the back side of his hair is actually literally standing up, and it doesn't really show much of the front where it's kind of hanging out a lot. So that's my first thing that I'm kind of like, maybe it's mid-transformation, both photos being at different points of this transformation. Second is how the pupils in the hair are completely different. And the reason why I say that is this. during the Android arc, I don't know if you guys remember when Goku first transformed into Super Saiyan for Android 19 and 20, his hair was black when he was transforming into Super Saiyan, but his eyes stayed green. So what I'm assuming is this is a transformation sequence photo, right? Because we're not really seeing him either enraged in a high emotional state right here. It just seems like he's very calm. He's like powering up before he actually transforms, or it could be a post thing too, where he's now just staring off like, I'm ready to take you down. So I'm not 100% sure, like I said, what state of the transformation this is, but I'm not sold 100% that this is the actual form, because I'm just like, why didn't they just say this is his new form? So there's a lot of questions that are here, guys. I'm not 100% sure, like I said, if this is the form itself. Could it just be the actual transformation sequence that we're looking at? But overall, his physique looks cool. He doesn't look super bulky, but he does still look full. He's not thin like Super Saiyan God, but he doesn't seem overly bulky either. So I'm digging that for sure. It's very simplistic looking. I'm curious, guys. I want to know your thoughts, though. Do you think this is some kind of perfected form of Super Saiyan God? Do you think this is a true ascension of Super Saiyan God? Do you think it has anything to do with Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken? Let me know your thoughts on that. Also, let me know your thoughts on, do you think I'm just way off? Do you think it has nothing to do with a mid-transformation? Do you think this is the actual form? I want to know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. I gotta get ready for work, so I wish I could spend more time with you guys on this. I will be doing some more videos on it though throughout the week, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and you have notifications turned on so you don't miss any future Dragon Ball content. If you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up button, show your boy some love, and if you guys want to check out my last video on what I think could be Goku's actual ascension past Super Saiyan God, the link will be right here to the side. Alright guys, till next time, see you later.